If there were no lymphatic system in our body, we would literally not survive. We all know about the heart and blood vessels, but we have not heard much about lymph. Meanwhile, this is just as branched a network as the veins and arteries. Lymph permeates our entire body and reaches the most remote and secluded places, and it plays a vital role as a biological filter that protects our body from viruses, bacteria, cancer cells, and many other negative elements. Have you ever had a feeling that your legs, face, hands, or skin swelled up, or maybe your skin was covered with rash? Or do you often catch a cold or feel a general decline in strength? All this may indicate that it is necessary to improve the lymph. In this video, we will discuss in detail what the lymphatic system is and how to help and support it. So watch the video to the end, it will be very interesting and useful. And let's go! By the way, friends, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell too. Don't miss any of my new videos. So what is the lymphatic system needed for? Lymph is a fluid that literally washes every cell of our body and is responsible for their nutrition. That is, lymph literally washes away all the garbage, metabolic waste, toxins, infections, tumor cells. Collecting all this, lymph drives it through the channels to the lymph nodes, where special lymphocytes destroy and neutralize it. As a result, the lymph is purified, enriched with lymphocytes, and goes on circulating. This brings us to the next point, lymph congestion. Why does it occur? It is important to understand that, for example, blood congestion does not occur because we have the heart, a unique organ that works like a pump. The heart contracts and provides pressure inside the circulatory system. Due to regular contractions, it makes the blood move. But the lymph has no such heart, that is, it needs certain conditions for normal circulation. How can we provide this? Movement, by working our muscles. When our muscles contract, they create pressure on the lymphatic vessels, thus ensuring its movement. And the main muscles that pump our lymph are the following: the muscles of the feet, the muscles of the ankles, the calf muscles, and of course the thigh muscles. Of course, all other muscles also have an effect, but these muscles have the greatest impact. If they have become sluggish and inactive, then a weakening of lymph flow is ensured, and just a few hours of inactivity is quite enough to get it. You've probably noticed that a person wakes up in the morning with a slightly swollen face. What happened? Namely, impaired lymph drainage occurred, and this is the reason. But if we have a healthy body and we move fully, everything returns to normal very quickly. In addition to constant movement, the natural flow of lymph can be helped by the following methods. Firstly, prevent excess weight. Excess weight contributes to stagnation. Secondly, avoid tight, constricting clothing. We can literally crush the lymphatic vessels with a tight belt or even a corset, or overly rigid socks, elastic, tight, uncomfortable shoes, etc. Of course, alcohol abuse also affects this. It's no coincidence that after drinking people can slightly swell up in the face. This is even noticeable to others. Stress and improper nutrition also relate to this. Okay, but how can you determine lymph congestion in yourself? What are the signs? In fact, it's not that difficult. Here's what you need to know. First, you need to understand if the swelling is temporary or permanent. If it's temporary, you overate salty foods, overstrained yourself, lying on your side, there are no problems here. It's temporary, everything is fine, we live on. But if it's permanent, then attention needs to be paid here. With lymphatic congestion, the arms, legs, face, chest, and abdomen will swell first. Press your finger to the swollen area and release it. If a dent remains that is very slow to smooth out, this is a bad sign. Or if it becomes more difficult to put a ring on your finger, earlier everything was easy, and now problems have arisen, this is also a warning sign. Other signs of problems with the lymphatic system are frequent colds, swollen lymph nodes, chronic fatigue, or cold hands and feet. And of course, these symptoms may have other causes, but lymph problems are one of the common ones. What needs to be known and what needs to be done? What are the specific actions for improving and preventing this? Firstly, drink plenty of water. Lymph loves water very much because lymph consists of 95% water. If we don't drink enough water, we get dehydrated, which leads to stagnation. An adult needs to drink at least 4 glasses of clean water per day. The next point I have already mentioned is movement. Working muscles ensure lymph flow. Further, of course, avoiding harmful habits like alcohol and smoking. They provoke vasospasm and impair circulation. Avoid overcooling. Lymph nodes react to overcooling and become inflamed very easily. So in this regard, take care of yourself as well. And of course, nutrition directly affects the health of our lymph. It is necessary to refuse harmful products such as canned foods, processed meats, snacks, chips, crackers, sausages, and other processed meats. All this food clogs our lymphatic basin and creates an increased load on our lymph nodes. It is also recommended not to overuse salty foods. Regarding salt, the optimal dosage has long been defined 2 to 5 grams per day. Less is harmful, and more is also harmful. But you need to add more healthy foods to your diet, in particular fiber-rich foods. First of all, these are vegetables, leafy greens, followed by carrots, tomatoes, broccoli, cabbage, beets, etc. For carbohydrates, it is recommended to use whole grains, whole oats, instant oats, brown or unpolished white rice, buckwheat instead of pasta. You also need to add healthy fats for our lymph. These will be found in almonds, olive oil, and especially pumpkin seeds. By the way, pumpkin seeds are an exceptionally beneficial product, and you should consume a small handful of them regularly. And to maintain the lymphatic system, adequate protein intake is necessary, as this serves as building material for creating new vessels and their renewal. Adequate protein dosage is 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. By the way, comment below, have you ever heard anything about lymph before? Or maybe you've never even thought about it. Share your opinion or experience in the comments, it will be very interesting. See you soon.